When an ordinary citizen is suspected of a crime, the treatment that follows is completely different from that for a public official, such as a police officer or firefighter, suspected of a similar crime. The treatment involves social sanctions such as the reporting of the suspect's real name in the mass media, invasion of privacy through public opinion on social media, and disciplinary dismissal from their company. Even in the case of minor, victimless violations of the law, the suspect's real name and photograph, and probably a video of them, may be made public. This is even after the authorities have done all they can to illegally investigate and violate the human rights of the suspect. The news never mentions such facts as evidence favorable to the suspect being concealed or a GPS system having been installed in the suspect's car without permission. In addition, the inconsistent treatment of sex crimes is unreasonable. According to the Asahi Shimbun Evening Edition of January 23, 2023, there were 1,388 cases of forced sexual intercourse, and 4,283 cases of forced indecency, in Japan in 2021. The media, however, usually focuses on forced indecency such as groping and fondling, news about forced sexual intercourse, such as serial rape, being less common. In an ideal world, investigative agencies such as the police and prosecutors would obey the law and comply fully with regulations, including privacy protections. Criminal proceedings would be conducted ethically, and just decisions would be reached by judges. In reality, however, this isn't the case. An ordinary citizen can see their personal information given away to one and all like a free gift in a magazine. When a public official, or even a public school teacher, breaks the law, the reports about them mostly preserve their anonymity. In 2019, an absurd yet worrying incident occurred at Higashisuma Elementary School in Kobe when the teachers there bullied one of their colleagues. Some of the teachers were charged, but the prosecution decided not to indict any of them, giving the following reasons. The teachers have been subjected to disciplinary action or other social sanctions, and the bullied teacher is satisfied with their punishment. Television news becomes more profitable as its ratings increase. Likewise, newspapers and weekly magazines earn more revenue as their circulations grow. Because of this, the mass media always tries to report on suspects by using real names and pictures. Reporting that grants suspects anonymity is unappealing to the public and reduces profits. In 1977, the Supreme Court ruled on the issue of the invasion of privacy that arises from criminal records as follows. When the fact that a person has been a suspect in a criminal case, has filed an appeal, or has been convicted and served time in prison comes to light, that person's reputation and credibility are directly damaged. Therefore, there should be legal protection to ensure such facts aren't made public. In other words, the freedom of the mass media to report on matters isn't universal or unlimited. It's constrained by the need to protect personal privacy. Without a social mechanism in place to reset the lives of suspects who have atoned for their crimes, it will be difficult for them to return to work. They'll have difficulty finding a place to live, which will hinder their subsequent rehabilitation and reintegration into society. Allowing people with criminal records to clear their pasts and start their lives over has important benefits in reducing recidivism, guaranteeing the security of citizens, and preserving Japan's peaceful way of life. Yet, the government is indifferent to the fact that reporting real names does nothing except harm the country. And it goes without saying that the general public also pays little attention to the issue. The news coverage of an arrest is a brief flurry of excitement, and then it's over. The Japanese take such pleasure in other people's misfortune that they have a saying for it: the misfortune of others tastes good. Reports of arrests are put in the category of entertainment news. Regarding the removal of arrest records from a search engine, in 2017, the Supreme Court held that the removal of an arrest record from a search site is permissible only if the benefit of removing it from the site clearly outweighs the need to provide the search result. In other words, if there is a greater benefit to removing a reference to an online article or other information about an arrest record than to keeping it, then it will be removed. Curiously, online articles about the arrests of police personnel are promptly deleted. Such splendid protection of privacy. One judge said, "People who are put on trial have their own background circumstances. Underlying those background circumstances is a social context. It's important to solve individual cases, but we cannot achieve true solutions unless we also look at the problems of society as a whole that underlie those cases." In the end, the news desk staff or editor who compiles the information gathered by reporters fabricates an image of the suspect that will appeal to the public, and only information about the suspect that supports this image is cherry-picked from the police report and published. Even if a reporter is sincere in their reporting and has carefully gathered information through repeated interviews, the facts can be distorted at any time by editorials, and the suspect's public image can be manipulated in any way. It isn't surprising that the police are the main culprits in the manipulation of information. They may, for instance, make reporters write stories portraying suspects as creepy offenders for pleasure. As another example, the headline, "A crime committed under sad and unavoidable circumstances," may be replaced with, "A crime committed by a bankrupt person who was after money." Such fabrications are an everyday occurrence. In response to the stabbing to death of the eldest son of a former vice minister of the Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry, and Fisheries, it was suggested, if he was a victim of domestic violence, he should have spoken to someone. As for the case of a female college student who abandoned her baby, the weekly magazine stressed, "Why didn't she talk to someone?" It's clear, however, that had they consulted with the police, the facts would have been manipulated in favor of the police. Thus, ordinary citizens are the only ones who, having been arrested, are immediately subjected to public punishment. It's no longer necessary to have committed a crime to be punished. Rumors about people that would have lasted only 75 days in the past are dredged up again and again for the amusement of the latest generation of busybodies. Thanks for watching.